Hello everyone and welcome to our channel, and today I'll be reading Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. Scaramouche knew that he shouldn't have listened to you. He knew he was much more trustworthy when it came to these things, and he was often correct, as is the case for someone who has lived for a couple centuries. So maybe he shouldn't have listened to you quite so fast. Maybe he should have insisted that he was correct. There were a lot of maybes there, but there were also a lot of things that irritated him and made him feel a little bit more conscious about what was going on with you. He had no idea just why you would force yourself to go through all of this. And you appeared to be very sick, which is something he tried to tell you multiple times, and yet you denied it. But right now, as he looked at you, and just how sick you seemed to be, he regretted ever listening to you. Because right now, there was no denying just how absolutely sick you are. Lion, you need to rest. Scaramouche, I'm telling you, I am fine. I'm just a little bit tired, that's all. You're really trying to lie to me again? That's what you're doing now? I'm not lying to you. I'm just a little bit tired, but I'll be fine. I am fine. And he's irritated with that, because it's very clear that you are not fine at all, and trying to convince him that you are is not really making things easier here. Scara, I just want you to... No, Lion. You need to rest right now. You have to look at yourself. You look awful. Well, thank you. Just how touching is that? You say, frowning and getting up from your seat. And just as you're about to leave, you start vomiting. Blood. Of all things, you're vomiting blood. And that alone terrifies him, because he doesn't know the reasoning behind it. But he knows it must be very bad. That is something he rarely ever sees. And most of the time he sees someone doing that, it's because he's punched them. So he doesn't exactly know why, or just what to do at this very moment. Lion, please, tell me you're fine. Just what's going on? What have you done? I don't know. I haven't done anything. I'm feeling so horrible right now. You say, and that just makes him panic even more, so you're not exactly helping him here. So instead, he cleans up after the mess and wraps his arms around you, stroking your back gently, as if that will help in any way. And then he thinks for a while and decides to take you to someone. Now, his idea of doctors isn't really the best, considering the only one he's known for a long while now. But he can surely take you to someone he trusts. And that's how he ends up at Tighnari's place, with you in his arms, as he lays you down on the bed. So you're saying she was just sitting there, and then she vomited blood? Tighnari says, and Scaramouche nods. He has his arms crossed right now, and he's not looking at anyone in particular. You're feeling very tired, and you don't really say a lot, unless asked, since Scaramouche is trying his best to help you here. But you can look at him and see just how scared he is. No matter how much he tries to hide it, it's very clear. Scara, I'll be fine, you whisper, and he sighs, nodding. Yeah, you'd better be. And after that, you fall asleep quite soon enough. And Tighnari does his best to look after you and try to see what's wrong with you. And as for Scaramouche, he sits next to you on a chair, holding your hand and then squeezing it, It's like he can't just close his eyes because he's afraid that you'll slip away. Humans are so fragile, and sometimes he forgets that. Sometimes he forgets that being in love with you was something that would be inevitably painful. If not now, then later. Humans, unlike himself, did not have an eternal lifespan. Their lives were fleeting, as well as your own. And that was something that he would have to admit to and come to terms with, sooner or later. But for now, he doesn't want to lose you yet. He's not ready for that. So he hopes, truly, that that is not the case, because you will not be able to handle it. And when you wake up in the morning, he's asleep with his head laid on your hand, and you find yourself smiling, putting your other hand on the top of his head, and immediately he startles awake, looking into your eyes. Are you alright? Is everything fine? Yes, Scara. I'm feeling a lot better now. Tighnari came and he said I'll be fine, but I just need a little bit of rest. And he's going to give me some medicine. But I'll be okay, you say, and he looks beyond relieved at that, nodding, and wrapping his arms around you tightly, burying his face into the crook of your neck. You can tell the relief that there was, and just how much he's been thinking and worrying. And you just hope that for a long while he won't have to worry. You know it's inevitable that you will end up like this. Maybe later, maybe sooner than you actually realize. But for now, neither of the two of you are ready to part. You just want to stay with each other and stay in this fragile love and life that you've built. And Scaramouche was able to appreciate and discover just how much he cherishes you right now. And one thing he certainly learned is to never trust you when you're about to assist yourself in your state. Because you certainly were not the most transparent and most reliable person when it came to that. Thank you for listening, and thank you to my channel members Nahira, Reinha, Pink, and Yummy. And I hope to see you guys again on my channel. Bye!